This monster took her mommy away.
Tonight, a domestic dispute has claimed the life of a young woman in Algiers.
Today was chilly. Now we're looking towards the weekend. Your parade weather forecasts coming up.
And a full weekend of Carnival begins with one of the most scandalous parades in the French Quarter.
And it's a hero's welcome home for a Slidell soldier who has given a lifetime of service.
Live from the French Quarter, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Karen Swenson.
And I'm Natalie Shepard. A man is behind bars suspected of shooting and killing his stepdaughter in Algiers, while new details emerge about the case.
It's a story that has gained a lot of attention on our Facebook page. Family members say Lindsay Crane was killed by her stepfather during a domestic dispute involving her mother. Jacqueline Kelly shows us how the loss has impacted the close-knit community.
Too much for a mother to bear. Too much for a baby to bear. Too much for a fiance or a daddy.
Tonight, friends and family are reeling over the death of 28-year-old Lindsay Crane, the young mother of a 3-year-old girl.
We all, really shook up and distraught about it. This is a quiet neighborhood. We all in shock over this.
Last night, police were called to this Algiers home on General Collins Avenue after witnesses say Crane's stepdad, 62-year-old Abby Head, shot her twice with a shotgun in the driveway of her mother's home.
She pleaded before he took the second shot. Please don't kill me, AJ.
Neighbors say it all started with a domestic dispute after Lindsay Crane's mother told Abby Head she was leaving him. But neighbors tell us it wasn't the first time Head had gotten physical or violent with his family.
She didn't feel she had the way out because he said he would hunt them down and kill them all.
We knew they had a little domestic problems, but, she complained that they did, but we never knew it was that bad.
Neighbors say they heard the gunshots and the screams from Crane's mother, including Rustin Rodrigue, a trained EMT, who immediately jumped into action.
I had them hold the towel down and keep the pressure down, and I started CPR. And I did CPR for about a good 10 minutes.
But his efforts to save her life weren't enough, and now friends and family want to see justice served.
I'm sorry, he's the scum of the earth. Who brutally does that? Only a monster.
Jacqueline Kelly, Eyewitness News.
Witnesses say Head fled the scene after shooting Crane, but officers caught up with him a few hours later at a hotel in St. Martin Parish. He was arrested and booked with second-degree murder.
The Causeway commuters may want to think twice before speeding on the bridge. Today, state police began air patrols over the Causeway. Causeway police and state troopers have been working on the plan since last year when several vehicles went over the railings. The pilots are able to pinpoint speeders by how fast they're going between markings on the bridge. Well, it's a beautiful evening across New Orleans, but it's also a chilly one. Right now, temperatures are dipping into the 40s, and they could drop lower later tonight. Chief Meteorologist Carl Arredondo is in the Pinpoint Forecast Center with more on that. Hey, Carl.
Hey, Natalie, temperatures from this time right now to last night, definitely you can feel the difference. Take a look at our temperature difference across the area. As much as 8 to 15, 18 degrees colder from this time now to last night. So yeah, you felt that cold front come on in, and the winds definitely picked up. As you see, the temperatures across the area, we're in the 50s for the most part, but they will fall into the 40s in another couple of hours, especially north of the lake. Now, as you go through the next time frame, you can see as we go through the overnight hours into the evening, temperatures in the 40s at 9 o'clock north of the lake, upper 40s to around 50 in the metro New Orleans area. And then as we head towards morning, we'll see some mid to upper 30s north of the lake, and we'll stay in the 40s south of the lake. Pretty quiet right now on the North Shore with a few clouds drifting on through. And as you see, most of Louisiana quiet except for some clouds, but you look towards the west, there's a lot of moisture heading in our direction. Will it affect your parade weather? I'll let you know. There are some changes in that rain chance for Sunday.
All right, well, speaking of parades, Carnival parade season kicks up another gear tomorrow with the slightly irreverent and always exotic Krewe du Vieux. Paul Murphy got a sneak peek with this year's king, Dr. Jim Aiken.
Krewe du Vieux, with its racy political satire and R-rated floats and costumes, has been described as deliciously disrespectful. The parade will shock and roll its way through the Marigny, French Quarter, and Warehouse districts Saturday night, with Dr. Jim Aiken doing the honors as king. This year's theme is Krewe du Vieux Begs for Change, which Aiken admits can be interpreted in many different ways.
Basically, it's just a statement that we're very pleased with the progress the city has made in the last 10 years since Katrina, but there's still areas that we would like to see further change.
In recent months, there has been an uptick in armed robberies and other violent crime in the French Quarter. But Aiken says he is very comfortable with the NOPD security plan along the parade route, and he does not anticipate any problems.
We work very closely with the New Orleans Police Department, and we feel very safe, as we always have. And as we like to say, we always travel in big groups. So we're going to have 900 of us.
The floats are handmade, hand-painted, and all new for 2015. Aiken was happy to give us a sneak peek at his charity hospital-themed float. The longtime trauma center doctor says riding as king on this float means a lot, particularly during this 10-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina.
Hit the skyline, the bridge, the Superdome, and it culminates in what I'm most proud of, and that's a depiction of Charity Hospital. And to me, Charity Hospital exemplifies everything that's good about this city, being able to take care of anybody who needs care.
Crew de Vue steps off at 6:30 Saturday night. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
And here is the Crew de Vue route. The parade steps off near Royal and winds its way through the Marigny, then takes its way into the French Quarter on Decatur and eventually heads across Canal into the Warehouse District and ends up at O'Keefe and Lafayette in the CBD.
Well, Crew de Vue is not the only parade rolling this weekend. On Sunday, the crew of Little Rascals rolls through Metairie at noon. This year, the All Children's Crew is celebrating its 32nd anniversary. And over in Slidell, the crew of Perseus rolls on Sunday at 1 p.m. The theme this year is Imaginary Places. The crew is Slidell's oldest carnival organization. And that's not all. Other parades this weekend include Slidell's Crew of Bilge and Crew of Mona Lisa and Moon Pie, and the Pearl River Lions Club Parade in Pearl River, where I'll be riding as Grand Marshal. And you can track more than 60 parades this carnival season with our free Mardi Gras Parade Tracker app. Just search WWL to download it in your app store.
Well, meanwhile, the Mercedes-Benz Superdome will be rocking and rolling this weekend with the sounds of Monster Jam. Antoine Harris has the preview of all the action from the track.
If you consider yourself a fan of motorsports, then you don't want to miss Monster Jam. You'll see 16 of the loudest, largest, and meanest trucks you've ever seen. Now, these are called monster trucks for a reason. They stand 12 feet tall and about 12 feet wide. Monster Jam trucks are designed with 66-inch tall tires, and they weigh a minimum of 10,000 pounds. And these things can fly. They can get up to 100 miles per hour, and these trucks also can fly about 125 to 130 feet, which is roughly about 14 cars side by side, and they can get as high as 35 feet in the air. And there'll be plenty to do at this weekend's pit party, like see the trucks. You can meet the drivers, take a few pictures. For some of the drivers, they say this is like living a childhood dream over and over again.
All of us will take as much time as we can to say hi, shake hands, take pictures. That's what it's about. But as far as the show, you're going to see 16 of the craziest Monster Jam trucks out there. One of the wildest tracks I've been on all year. It really is going to suit my style because there's one thing I like doing, and that's going big and crazy.
All the fun kicks off this Saturday here at the Dome. 7 o'clock is when everything starts. Tickets are just $10 for kids. Go to our website, WWLTV.com, for more information. Reporting in the Dome, Antoine Harris, Eyewitness News.
A Slidell man is being thanked in a big way as he wraps up almost 40 years of service to our country.
It's just the honor of all these people here to come see me and welcome me back.
Still ahead, we'll bring you Sergeant Major Nick DeLisa's story and take you to his welcome home celebration. Plus, fate brought this group together at the right place at the right time, and it ended up saving a child's life.